And it took me until driving 5 minutes ago, or at this point almost 10 minutes ago, to realize that this is what I'm doing. It's it's my own fault, and I feel horrible now because I I thought I was making progress, and I talk about different things and try to work on stuff, but it goes back to this whole analogy that I made years ago. When I was first going through issues, I made this analogy to my mother when I was trying to explain to her what it was like in my head, and I said to her, it's like that car wreck you see on the side of the road and everything's on fire. I said to her, they don't sit there and try to clear the wreck until they put the fire out. I said, the problem is, I said, as much as I want to clear the wreck in my head, I still don't know how to put the fire out. I mean, yeah, it's not a perfect analogy because generally with car wrecks, the perfect way to put the fire out is use the fire extinguisher with all that foaming crap, but for whatever reason, I can't find the formula to mix the foaming crap to put the fire in my head out. And I, I guess I held everything under control for years, but it's still there. I don't want it to be there, but it's still there, and I don't know how to get rid of it. And I'm sure I'll probably come up with more to say in the next, I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. I'm apparently, apparently nowhere near where I want to be. Oh, and it sucks to realize it, but I guess now I can start making progress, but I don't know, I have no idea where to start. And I realize I'm just rambling at this point, but writing all of my words out was not helping. Because it's easier to omit things when writing than it is to say things. Oh. Huh. I just had another interesting realization. Huh. Damn. He was right. So, yeah, weird random pause. Nothing. Oh, apparently this was a good idea because apparently talking to a phone does actually help with the thought process. First of all. Second of all, I now realize why I'm more comfortable text chatting with people than actually chatting with people. It's easier to it's easier to sit there and mask everything going on when I'm typing, because when you type there's no emotion. Well, there is emotion, but at the same time, like, I can sit there and I can hide everything behind blocks of text. I can sit there and I can manipulate words and say what I mean, but not exactly what I mean. I can sit there and I can essentially I can tell you the truth without actually telling you anything. But verbally I can't do that. Oh, I'm sure I could do that, but it's harder for one, and two, I don't want to. Because if I do it verbally, it's a lot more like lying than if I do it in chat. And it's not even that I'm lying, because I'm not lying. I'm just not saying what I actually mean. It's like answering a yes or no question with neither a yes or no answer, which is highly confusing and slightly irritating because I then sit there and question everything because then I don't know whether the answer is yes or no, and I don't And until, even when I do figure out whether or not the answer was yes or no, I then have to sit there and wonder, well, was the question answered this way because you didn't want to give a yes or no answer? Is it just, are you trying to be funny? Are you trying to be complicated or explain something? And then I don't get it. And there's a lot of things recently that have been talked about that I don't get. And I don't know if it's because I'm not as people savvy as I thought I was. On a lot of levels, yes, I understand people very well. Through observations of people and how they interact with each other, I'm very good at figuring out a lot of what's going on, and apparently I should be a psychologist because I'm very good at helping people realize that they're just being stupid with things. Well, that's not strictly true, but we're going to leave it as that description for now because I'm tired and don't feel like coming up with a better one. But when it comes to anything pertaining to myself, I suddenly draw a blank. And when it comes to dealing with people that I can't observe, I draw a blank. Because I guess most of my knowledge comes from putting visual reactions with emotional ones.